Welcome to day 18 of our 40 Days of Strangers on the Way. Today's story is wild, and I'm just gonna jump right into it because it's only a God thing. So day 18, Rose, a human surprise. Look for the roses. The rose is a rose from the time it is a seed to the time it dies. Within it, at all times, it contains its whole potential. It seems to be constantly in the process of change, yet at each state, at each moment, it is perfectly all right as it is. A quote by Paula Colo. As the COVID-19 pandemic raged on in the summer of 2020, I joined an online ministry school that ended up being a lifesaver for me as I lived alone in my apartment that season. I met people from across the world, and our small revival group became fast friends. After we graduated, the school hosted a reunion in California, and I jumped at the opportunity to hug my virtual friends. On the flight there, I asked God what he had planned for the week ahead. I could nearly see Jesus smiling at me and sensed him say, "Look for the roses." "Look for the roses?" I asked, repositioning my legs in my airplane seat. "That's interesting." I wrote the words down in my journal. After a connecting flight in Seattle, I landed in Northern California, excited for the week ahead. And it was everything I could have asked for and more. Meeting my friends, staying up late in our Airbnb, soaking in the prayer chapel, and being in the room together felt really special. In addition to the immense joy, some pain surfaced during the week too. On the first day, a girl came up to me and she said she saw my heart as a garden and that Jesus would be gently pulling some weeds. Not to hurt me, but to heal me. She was right. The loss of my dad seemed to surface over and over throughout the week. On Thursday morning during worship, a memory of one of my dad's birthdays flashed into my mind. It came out of nowhere, and I found myself missing him a little extra that day. That same afternoon, a man tapped me on the shoulder and said, "If I may ask, what is your relationship with your earthly father like?" I began to cry as I explained that he passed away 3 years ago. The man comforted me and said, "Your heavenly Father loves you, and your earthly father is having so much fun in heaven." I continued to cry and let out a small smile between the tears. After he shared a bit more, I gave him a hug, thanked him, and asked, "What is your name?" He replied, "Get ready for this. My name is Rose." I had forgotten, but I instantly flashed to the plane ride. Look for the roses. And here it was. I hadn't realized the rose would come in the form of a human, but God sure does have a fun sense of humor. I told Rose the story, and he was amazed. The saga even continued the next day when I glanced up while driving to see Rose Street. I'm convinced God will use anything to lavish his love and affection on us. His creativity is endless, and his love is deep. Will you look for the roses this week? And now let's wonder. What are the roses, or maybe who are the roses, in this season of your life? What are the roses in this season of your life? And then let's activate. Ask God how you can partner with him to creatively show someone your love for them this week. Then make a plan and do it. Ask God how you can partner with him to creatively show someone your love for them this week. Then make a plan and go do it. And then let's yield. God sees your pain. He sees when your heart breaks. He sees the questions you ask. He sees the memories that flash into your mind. He sees the longings. He sees it all. And he loves to comfort you. He loves to comfort his children. He is so wrapped up in every detail of your life. He treasures your thoughts. He loves to plant surprises throughout your day. And he loves to partner with you to bring hope to others. This week, my prayer for you is that you would look for the roses. I have a feeling that God has hidden a few for you too.